What's up, everybody? It's been a couple weeks. We're back at it. Golden hour, golf bets, betting for breakfast, whatever you want to call it. Hey, we're here. Look, we took off the last couple after the British Open just to, little pause, a little break, but can't stop the golf betting, especially when we get into the PGA playoffs. And I say we, tonight's only I. That's right, Gleck's here at DGleck at Twitter. Listen, real excited. Drums is out. He's going to be back soon, but I got to keep the ball rolling, right? The fans want to know what's going on. The Macho Man glasses are here. The flower shirt is here. We're not going to stop. So listen, big week. If you're a PGA Tour fan, if you're a golf betting fan, we got about 3 weeks left to pounce on the action because after that, it's junk tournaments and we're into football. So this show is going to develop into let's hit it hard for golf next couple weeks, and then let's roll right into the NFL. We're going to keep this show rolling Wednesday nights. Can't wait to be with you here on the Heat Ratio Live. YouTube, that's where we'll be. Click like, definitely click subscribe if you can. But from here, let's break it down. So we roll into Liberty National. Only about an hour and a half, right up the turnpike. Been there several times, haven't had the opportunity to play it. You go see the Statue of Liberty, you see Liberty National. It's right there on the island. You're a pretty cool looking course, big park. Just cool that the PGA playoffs has continued to come back here. Now they've cut the tour down from 4 playoff events to 3. And, we'll be in and out. Aronimink has one coming up, which is great. They try and keep one in this area. But to play at Liberty National, a really cool course, a course where it takes a lot of strategy, a lot of good golf to play. It's a good opening leg to the PGA playoffs. So we get 125. We get the top 125 players here. A couple big names didn't make it. Your boy Ricky Fowler. We already told you he's junk. Didn't make it. Good. Go get married or something. Wear that orange on Sunday. But Justin Rose, a big name that had a chance, missed a couple big putts, especially on hole 72 last week. A 4-footer, 5-footer, some may call it. Could have rolled in here, didn't do it. So the key to this week really is looking at those guys in that, from here, we're going to move on to the next tournament, to the BMW. Top 70 make it, right? So those guys in that 70 and 125 range, we're really going to want to keep an eye on and keep a focus on who can make a run this week to get into that top 70 to advance to the BMW. But more importantly, at this tournament, at the Northern Trust, 12 of the 14 winners at the Northern Trust since we got into the FedEx playoffs have come from the top 25. We've had some aberrations, some long shot winners. Hunter Mahan won it one year. Forget the cat that was way out there. But listen, it's usually top 25. The cream rises to the top. Those guys in the 70 to 125, you're looking to make a big splash just to move up. I'm not going to predict them to win, but I got a couple names back there that I think will play well this week and really try and advance to the next week's second stop on the PGA playoffs. So with that said, what's the key here? It's a par 71, 7,400 yards, not long by any PGA standards. Really, it's going to take some accuracy and it's going to take some good iron play. So I'm looking at a few key stats here. I'm looking at strokes gained tee to green. I'm looking at strokes gained approach. And I'm even looking at accuracy off the tee. I'm trying to meld those three together, trying to find what guys kind of fit, especially over the past 24 rounds and over the season. So we look at a lot of stats. We're going to fix them in, mix them together, and hopefully come out with a couple of guys that we really think are the key players to this week. Hey, looking at Liberty National, a couple key stats, a couple key things. No, we already gave the key stats. A couple key things to look at. Easy holes on front, par 5 on 6, but 98 bunkers, 10 water hazards. You're going to have to be accurate off the tee. You're going to have to be able to at least get that ball in play, not get in trouble. The Bombers win here. A lot of times they do. But I got to say, you got to be accurate with the bombs too. So those are the kind of things we're going to mix together this week. I'm real excited to get back into this. I know, we've been missing the action, but hey, we're back in this and we're back talking golf. It's Golden Hour Golf Bets. Let's get into it. All right. First off, strokes gained tee to green. Over the past 24 rounds, you know who it is. It's Morikawa. Morikawa, the guy that won the British, the guy that's just been so steady. We know he can hit the ball off the tee, but he's not the longest of guys. But he can definitely put it out there with the top 50, 40% of the guys in the world. but his game is his irons, and he's been one of the best. And then you go down the list, you look at Keegan Bradley, Patrick Cantlay, Hideki Matsuyama, who's been fantastic, by the way, even coming off the Olympics, and then Paul Casey. So keep those names in mind. Those guys are the top 5 lately, past 24 rounds, strokes gained tee to green. Then you look at strokes gained approach. I already told you earlier, these two you got to kind of blend together. You see Morikow's name once again rise to the top. Daniel Berger, another one. Maybe we'll get into it in a few minutes. Hideki rises again. Paul Casey, his name pops back up. And then you get Rory McIlroy. Kind of surprising when you think about his game, strokes gained approach. We've known he's had this, the swing changes this year. We know he's had a little bit of problems, trying to fight what he wants to do. He kind of like tried to model the Bryson game. He got the win down at Wells Fargo at Quail Hollow, but it's up and down with him. But seeing that number there, seeing the iron game, real interesting that Rory has popped back up into the top 5 in strokes gained approach over the past 24 rounds. This course isn't, this tournament's it's not always played at Liberty National, but it was in 2019. We got a good winner in Patrick Reed. I say good winner, but like a good player. Obviously, if you watch this, you all know, can't stand that dude. Not now, not twice on Sunday. You can't even trade me anything for him. But he did win at -16. Real solid, up and down game. Strokes gained around the green were big for him that week. He was decent on the green. The greens are small here. So I'm not really focused on the putting as much as I am hitting the greens. Adam Scott won back in 2013, -11. So you can see a little variance in between the -16, -11. They had a course change between those 2 years, between the 2 times the tournament was played there. They added a few more things in, shaped a couple more tee boxes, made it a little more difficult, but then again, Reed shot a little better. So those are the 2 areas we're looking at. We're looking at guys that can shoot probably, 4 or 5 under around. And we're not going to look at a huge number here, but we're going to look at a decent number and guys that can put up some birdies. So I'm going to start with my first. Rory McIlroy. All right, call me crazy. Sitting there 22-1. Odds look really good on him. What I was impressed about is he actually played well at the St. Jude recently. He sat there. He gained 5.9 strokes off the tee in St. Jude. First time that he's actually gained that many strokes off the tee since back in 2020. So it's been a year since he really had that kind of success off the tee. Even when he won the Wells Fargo, he wasn't that good off the tee. It was more his irons and his putting. If you give me his tee game this week and you can meld it in with that strokes gained approach that we talked about, he's 5th in the past 24 rounds. I'm really excited about Rory's chances. Good news about Rory too, right? He's won the FedEx Cup before, but he's won 5 tournaments in the playoffs. 5 times. This guy knows how to win. We already talked earlier. Winners come from the top 25. That's where Rory's sitting at. I really like, he's kind of in stalk mode. The money's there. There's $15 million pot. Who cares about the majors? I mean, everyone does. But when it comes down to winning that money, Rory's time to shine is now. I really like his potential this week, plus 2,200. You're getting a good number. I've seen some other books that threw him out at 25, but take the 22-1. I think wherever you can get it, I'll play Rory down to 20. I think you're getting some really, really, really nice odds. So I'm going to double check his odds here real fast, or his ranking. I mean, he's sitting solid because he had that one win, and he's well and playing inside the top 30. He's at 26. We know the top 30 make the Tour Championship. So good showing here. He still needs to solidify that, but a win, and he's right there. And you know what happens at the Tour Championship? You start with this phased approach. Winners, the leader in the FedEx Cup rankings, DJ last year started at -10. Then they kind of phase them down. So really important to kind of like get your feet set here and trying to position yourself real well for that last tournament. All right. My next one. He's that dude. And like that dude that's been good to us this year. We had him early in the season, but and we got a dub on him. But haven't got a dub since. But now it's time. I just feel it's time. And he showed his way, especially in the last 4 tournaments, really showing a great form. We know he's a tremendous ball striker. Where we got to see where he phases out is, off the tee on the greens, and that's Daniel Berger. He's at 28-1 right now on DraftKings. look, I can't say enough about him, but think about his last 4 tournaments. His last 4 tournaments, he sat there in the top 10. And out of the last 4 tournaments, 2 are majors and 1's a WGC. The dude is just balling, and he's playing real well. He's the best in proximity to the green in his last 24 rounds from 175 to 200. Doug Gim and him are right head to head, but I mean, you put him in that range, he's talking it close. And then strokes gained approach, we already laid his name out there. He's second overall in his past 24 rounds, right behind the man, Collin Morikawa. And you just know Berger's dialed in right now, and he's got a great chance to really, make one of those milestone wins. He didn't win a major this year, though he competed in all of them, and he was close. This is FedEx Cup playoffs. And, what better time to put that, that big win on your back, right on it, like Cam Newton would do. Well, I think he did this, then that, then right now. Liberty National, Daniel Berger, bent grass greens. I really like him this week, 28-1. I think you're getting tremendous value. And then lastly, I do have to go with the boy, Collin Morikawa. So I throw 3 out there. Collin at plus 1,600 is still phased out. You got Xander, you got Dustin, you got Jordan, you got Rahm ahead of him. But it's a guy that's, obviously playing some of the best golf in the entire world. 2 majors in the past year. He's a fantastic ball striker. That's what this course demands. A lot of courses, when we get down to it, really demand that. But it's not a spray and pray course where Bryson can, really try and take advantage of it. It's a golfer's course, and it's a thinker's course. And we saw that at the British Open this year. And I'm real excited to see what Collin can do, especially coming off that great performance at the British Open. We've already said earlier, strokes gained tee to green, number 1. Strokes gained approach, number 1. Why not get another number 1 this week? That's 3 in a row. Gave you 3 picks. Collin, Daniel, Rory, get one of them. Play your 1-2 unit bets on each of them to win. I'm going to throw 1 long shot out there. This is not a winner, but this is one that I think you can play in your top 20, 30. Like I like to call it the trifecta. 20, 30, 40. Play a little slice on each of them. I think you got a good chance. You're looking at a guy in Lanto Griffin, sitting at number 84, FedEx Cup ranking. So he's got to make a move. If he doesn't make a move, he's going home. He's resting for a couple weeks and starting the new season. But really, where we try and look at where Lanto can take advantage, he has a very good iron game. And recently, he's showed that. He's 37 overall in the PGA season in strokes gained approach. He's a crisp ball striker, decent putter, and a good off the tee. I think Lanto has a chance here to make the moves he needs to make, the requisite moves to move on to the BMW. I like him in the top 20, 30, 40 range. Really excited to see what he could do here to push forward. So I'm getting a couple comments here. All right, Arroyo pumping in. Looking good. That's right. I can't doubt it. That's what you want. That's what we see. Throwing another from Heat Ratio. Tony C checking in. Look, it's all about the Heat Ratio. It's all about, betting for breakfast. It's all about, giving it to the people what we see, what we analyze. And we're not here to stop. We're here to start. And we're here to roll this thing right through. So I appreciate the love, the support. One more time. Got another one. Mark D, we'll see you in a couple weeks. Definitely. And hey, check us out. College Football Saturdays. We're definitely in there. Saturday mornings on the Sharp app. We'll be talking college football. Big one this weekend. Talking a little ACC and Power 5. And maybe even some playoff predictions. And while we're talking playoffs, I'll wrap this up here. Northern Trust Open. Can't wait to get into it. Listen, you got a lot of opportunities here to make some money. I only threw you some winners, threw you a little 20, 30, 40. I got some matchups I'm going to post on Twitter in a few minutes. There's definitely some opportunities to take advantage here. Ryder Cup points still on the line. Well, not Ryder Cup points. Points are done, but Ryder Cup captain selection is still on the line. People are talking about Kevin Kisner. I don't think he makes it. But you're looking at a guy like Phil, won a major, right? I think he's a leader in the clubhouse, but still got to perform this week. You're looking at guys like Scotty Scheffler, Daniel Berger, like I talked earlier. Tony Finau still has to make a case. These guys, Ryder Cups happen, Whistling Straits. this week is very important for them to position themselves to prove to the captain that they're there to make it and they're there to, support USA to hopefully bring home a Ryder Cup that they need, especially on home turf. So, not only with the FedEx Cup points and the playoffs in potential, keep an eye on guys that are really playing for that selection to the Ryder Cup team. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a great week. It's right in our backyard. New Jersey. Love it. Until then, boys, girls, dads, moms, kids, everywhere. We'll be back next week. Golden Hour Golf Bet. Glad you tuned in. Can't wait to talk to you again. Let's go, Rory, Daniel Berger, and Colin Morikawa. Wait, before we're out of here, I got to give my boy a shout out. There he is. Adam Cease. Had to put you on the screen before we're out. Yo, post me something good on Twitter. Let's get it this week. Let's make that money. Till then, Heat Ratio Sports, Golden Hour Golf Bets. Collect. We're out. Peace out, brothers.